Hello everyone. For today's guided reading, I've chosen this story, Ridiculous. It's a really good story. It's quite funny. I hope you'll enjoy it. Read after me as we go through the story. Ridiculous. Ho hum, yawned Mr. Tortoise. Winter is here. So it is, yawned Mrs. Tortoise. Come on, Shelley, time for bed. But I don't feel sleepy yet, said Shelley. Ridiculous, cried Mr. Tortoise. All tortoises go to sleep for the winter. Why? Asked Shelley. Because it's cold outside. And there's no food. But I don't want to go to sleep, said Shelley. I want to see what winter is like. Ridiculous, cried Mr. and Mrs. Tortoise together. Whoever heard of a tortoise out in winter? Soon Mr. Tortoise began to snore. And not long after that, Mrs. Tortoise began to snore. And not long after that, Shelley left her warm bed of leaves. And out she went, through a hole in the shed, to see what winter was like. Good look at this picture. I'm going to share my screen with you now, and we're going to think about using our senses. I'll keep the picture in the corner there. What do you think the character sees? What can Shelley see? Pause the video, use the picture, and think about what the character sees and tell me your answer. I think that Shelley can see the snow, the frozen ice, the white branches on the trees, roofs covered with snow, grey, snowy clouds in the sky, and some snowflakes falling. Did you think of all those ideas? Bet you thought of some more. Let's read on together. Read after me. Outside the shed, Shelley blinked. There was snow and ice everywhere, even on the duck pond and the hill. As she lumbered along, a duck spotted her. A tortoise out in winter? Quacked the duck. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, said Shelley. Oh, no? Then let me see you break through the ice. to get food like I can. Ha, quack, ha. He's right, thought Shelley. I can't do that. I don't have a beak. As Shelley began to walk up the hill, she met a dog. A tortoise out in winter? Barked the dog. Ridiculous. No, it isn't, said Shelley, feeling a bit cross. Oh no? Then let me see you keep warm by running round like I can. Ha, woof, ha. He's right, thought Shelley sadly. I can't do that either. The dog ran after a cat, but the cat jumped into the branch of a tree. She looked down at Shelley. A tortoise out in winter, meowed the cat. Ridiculous. Oh no, it isn't, said Shelley, even more crossly. Oh no? Then let me see you run into a nice warm house as quickly as I can. Ha, meow, ha. She's right, thought Shelley, shivering with cold. I can't run like a dog or a cat. I'm much too slow. The cat raced off into her house before the dog could catch her. And Shelley trudged on up to the top of the hill, where she met a bird. A tortoise out in winter? Cheeped the bird. Ridiculous. Oh, no, it isn't, snapped Shelley. Oh, no? Then let me see you fly off home to cuddle up with your family, like I can. Ha, cheep ha. Of course I can't fly, thought Shelley. I can't even hop. Shelley felt cold and miserable. She remembered her lovely warm bed, and a tear trickled down her cheek. This story's not going very well for poor Shelley, is it? I think that this story has some problems. Let's look at our reading rainbow. What's the problem in this story? Have a good think and use this sentence starter. The problem in the story is, pause the video to have a think and tell me your ideas. The main problem in this story is that Shelley shouldn't be out. She should be hibernating with her family. She's not doing the right thing. I thought of another problem too. I wondered if you did. The problem in this story is the other animals aren't helping her, are they? They could help her and show her the right thing to do. Let's read on. I hope Shelley's problems get solved. They're all right, she thought. A tortoise out in winter is ridiculous. Sadly, she crept behind a shed where nobody could see her crying. And slipped on a big patch of ice. Shelley fell over backwards. And began to slide down the hill. Faster and faster she went. It was quite fun. Faster than a dog could run. Faster than a cat. Until suddenly she hit a bump and flew into the air like a bird. Whee! Down she came again and landed on the icy duck pond. She slithered towards her hole in the shed. But it was all covered up with ice. Ha, quack, ha. What did I say? Where's your beak to break the ice with? The duck fell about laughing. No, I don't have a beak, thought Shelley. But I do have a shell. And tucking her head inside it, Shelley smashed her way through the ice into the shed and home. Mrs. Tortoise woke up as she heard all the noise. You haven't been outside, have you, Shelley? She asked. Outside, said Shelley, snuggling into bed. Whoever heard of a tortoise out in winter? And before you could say ridiculous, Shelley was fast asleep. I hope you enjoyed that story. To finish off today, we're going to have a think about what we enjoyed the most about the story. We go back to our reading rainbow. And we're going to think today about this sentence starter. I liked, or maybe I didn't like, perhaps there was a part of the story you liked or the part you didn't like. Have a think and use this sentence starter to tell me what you thought of the book. I liked the way that the book repeated some of the words. All the animals said ridiculous. And I liked the way that each animal had a funny little laugh. Ha, meow, ha, ha, quack, ha. I didn't like the way the animals were mean to Shelley. I'll see you again soon.